Hey, it's your boy A6. First things first, I want y'all to hit that like, subscribe, and comment button if y'all are clicking on this video. Because I'm finna expose this clown. Like, this dude is an absolute clown with the video he put out today. I mean, what the hell, bro? What the hell? Like, FBA to conservative pipeline? Like, are we being serious? But that's neither here nor there. Why are y'all so team blue? Like, I get it. I get it. Donald Trump is not a great president. But what in the world makes y'all think that Kamala and Joe Biden were any better? They're not. Especially to our community. They're the worst to our community. I mean, I think liberals being elected is horrible to the black community. One, because now they're going that just means they're going to promote more feminism, which we all know feminism helped destroy the black community. We all know that. Feminism has done everything that feminism has done towards the black community has been negative. Now, I'm not speaking towards any other community. Other communities, like, I get it with the white women. They just wanted jobs. I get it. They wanted to work and they wanted to actually work, and that's fine. I don't have anything against that. But to the black community, feminism is not the same. It's not. It hit us completely different. It took the black man out of the home because what the government did, they offered welfare. They offered SNAP and benefits like that to black women and their children. They told them, just get rid of your black man and you can have it. And guess what they did? They got rid of him. Now there's a saying, and this is what I don't like about panderers like this dude. This dude just says stuff. Like, I don't think he actually looks and actually does his research when he says these things. He just says, like, some stuff he does. But I also think some stuff, I'm like, bro, I get it. You don't like white people. So what? We get that. Don't make something about foundational black Americans. Well, we're literally claiming a lineage of being a black American. This has nothing to do with white supremacy. Anybody who thinks that is just as stupid as they look. They don't know anything about the movement. They're just stupid. Or there's somebody who isn't in FBA and of course they complain about it.
Black Americans, aka FBAs. Now, I want to say this first. On paper, FBA is valid. A lot of the African Americans living in the United States want to just be black Americans. The same way that Jamaicans can be known as Jamaicans and Haitians can be known as Haitians, many black people in America want to stand alone. And that's cool. I understand that. Also, I do see a lot of the hate that come from other black people, such as some Africans, some Jamaicans, some Haitians. And y'all already know, we tolerate no black American slander over here. And what you notice is that all of the insults coming from the other groups of black people in the diaspora are just white supremacist talking points. So they may say things like, you know, black Americans, we're violent, we're aggressive, we're this or that. And the whole time they never really had contact with us, okay? It's just propaganda. Now, whether you want to admit it or not, though, the FBA movement is a alt-right pipeline.
Bro, Tariq Nasheed is probably the leader of the FBA movement, and he is a liberal. What the hell are you talking about? Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're just saying stuff. And this is what I'm talking about with these guys that get on YouTube and they just spew stuff. Like, I mean, y'all don't understand how dumb y'all sound when y'all actually don't know what you're talking about. Like, all you had to do was look up Tariq Nasheed and you would have known off the rip, okay, he's a left-winger.
These FBAs are pretty much white supremacists in black American skin.
So claiming to be foundationally black American makes you a white supremacist in black skin. Delineating from other groups makes us white supremacists, man. Like, are we being serious? Like, we're literally claiming to be black, and yet somehow, some way, this benefits white supremacy. Like, what? Like, what are we talking about?
When you Africans get to telling us black Americans that we look like y'all, that shit really do be funny to me. Because I really do believe that y'all think that other Americans can't tell the difference between us and y'all. And then y'all even with...
I'm not gonna lie, this nigga look African, and there's nothing wrong with looking African.
Okay, yeah. I agree with you on this one because it really doesn't matter. Like, if you're black American, you're black American. If you're African, you're African. My only thing is the FBA movement was necessary because we need to get away from that African American stuff because we're not African Americans. The real African Americans are the people that come from Africa, not us. And that's why that's my thing with the FBA movement. That's the one thing I love about it, is we're not claiming that African American crap no more, because we're not African Americans. You can't be two different continents at once. The only way you can be African American is if you got an African mother with an American father. That would literally be the only, or an African father with a American mother. That's the only way you can be African American. You are not African American especially if you're born in America. You can't really be African American or actually, I take that back. If your family's from Africa, you're technically African. If you're born in America, you're African American. But at the same time, you're not even African American then, because they claim, like, Africans claim wherever their country is. Like, so if they're from Nigeria, they'll say they're Nigerian American. They don't even claim African American. So why should we? But I do agree with this point. If you look like an African, who cares? Some black people do look like Africans. Some black people don't. It doesn't matter.
Usually being called you look African is a definite flex. The whole world know that. Boy, ain't no flex being called African. What person you know that gets happy when they be called an African? Now forget that. What black American you know that think it's a flex to be called an African, or say you look?
I do. I think it's a flex. Like I said, bro, South Sudanese people, they are the most gorgeous people in the entire world. But that's that whitewashing. I don't know who this nigga think he look like. You could go for African. All of us could go for fucking African, nigga. What's up with y'all? What?
First things first. Sudanese people are not the most beautiful people on the planet. Nothing against them, but the black Americans are the most beautiful people on the planet. And I'm saying that as a black American. We're black and proud over here. I'm not taking no Sudanese woman over an American black woman. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I wouldn't take a white woman over a black American woman. I don't care where they from. I don't care how bad they is. The most beautiful black American woman is more beautiful than all those other women. And that's a fact. Bro, but I'm still laughing at the fact that bro said, who thinks it's a flex being African? And this Antonio gonna be like, I do. I can't take this nigga serious, man.
Lie to yourself. All you want but them features don't lie. Baby, y'all definitely African. Y'all
African features. We got different features from. I don't think a lot of black people understand this, but not all Africans have the same phenotypes as black Americans. Like, we got a negroid phenotype. They literally call it the negroid phenotype. Ethiopians don't have a negroid phenotype. Yeah, they might be dark, but they don't have the same head structures as us. They don't look the same way we do. I mean, some of them do look similar. Like, I will say there are African groups that do look very similar to us, but that does not make us African just because they look like us. There's Mexicans that look like black people too. That doesn't make them black Americans. And if for instance, if I seen a dark-skinned Mexican, I wouldn't say, like, let's just say you see a dark-skinned Mexican, right? Does he look African also? Or does he look like a dark-skinned Mexican? I mean, you could say he looks African, doesn't make him African. He's still Mexican. Like, I guess a lot of y'all black folks find it hard to believe. Black people did not only come from Africa. We've been everywhere. Look up Aboriginal Australians. Those people were always in Australia. They were not from Africa and selling to Australia. This lie that we went selling from Africa to every other place makes absolutely no sense. Some people were born here. Some people were born over there. Some people were born over there. Y'all really think these countries just had nobody on it, or they didn't have anybody on it until we sailed from Africa to go to it? That's just a stupid ideology. That's stupid. Honestly, if that was the case, that would mean there's more islands and more land out there that we don't know about, which I kind of do agree with that. But that's a whole nother topic.
And this is what I mean, man. A lot of these FBA dudes, they love flexing the 20% of DNA that we have got through slavery. If you didn't know, on average, black Americans probably have 20%. It's probably not even that high. It's probably way lower, but 20% is what it say on Google. Let's say you got a very broad nose. are you African? Let's say you got darker, real dark skin. They're going to use that as an insult. What is different from that in white supremacists? Y'all, like, are y'all
Well,
fucking
here's
dumb?
the thing. It's one thing if I make fun of another black man who's darker skinned than I am, and I call him African, I wouldn't be saying that to him as disrespect. I would be saying that to him as a joke, to laugh. It's a difference. Like, for instance, when black people say negative things towards another person in a joking manner, it's not the same. Like, for instance, I wouldn't go up to a white man and call him a cracker. But I could go up to a black man and call him a nigger. You see the difference? Like, if a white man went up to a white guy and called him a cracker, they wouldn't look at it as if a black man went up to him and called him a cracker. Just like how if a black man came up to me and called me a nigger, it wouldn't be the same as a white man coming up to me calling me a nigger. I think you're looking way too far into that. Like, it's one thing if people are saying it to be disrespectful towards another person, but if you're saying that in a joking way, like joking with somebody who you share the same skin color with and the same American experience with, I don't see an issue with that. I'd see that as more of like getting a good laugh. I mean, what more is it?
This is the talking point that you see so many of these FBA dudes have, and they really are delusional with it. And just even what we seen with Speed going to Africa, majority of Africans show love to us. They love us. And it's really the reciprocated back. What I noticed is that this is pretty much an online thing. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? I don't know. It's some CIA shit, bro.
I'm going to play a clip from Tucker Carlson's show. He's interviewing James Fishback, who is running for Florida governor as a Republican. If you recall, I posted a video over here where James called Byron Donalds a slave. And so James is defending that using a very interesting talking point that many of you will recognize from the black community. Again, I am not defending Byron at all. Can't stand him.
Yeah, I don't like Byron.
This whole discussion couldn't happen
Raccoon.
to a better person. I do think this is an interesting progression of events, if you will.
Which is actually quite interesting because I got a call from the Foundational Black American Society here in Florida who reminded me that Byron's mother is Jamaican, he is Panamanian, and they found it quite insulting, in their words, that he would try to claim victimhood of slavery without a single descendant of American slaves in his family.
And that, my friend, is why black Americans are delineating. Because you got a bunch of these Africans that are in politics or on the internet saying black people don't deserve reparations. And that's why we started this delineation. That's what a lot of people don't think about. And I'm like, if people actually understood why we started this movement, then maybe they'd understand why it's came to what it's became. But it has nothing to do with white supremacy. Nobody, like, the foundational black Americans is about being foundational black American. That has nothing to do with white supremacy. Anybody who thinks that has anything to do with white supremacy, like I said, their IQs aren't very
Those
high.
foundational guys, they're so good. Tariq Nasheed.
When you got white conservatives saying they like you, and if these FBAs really like think that they really fuck with them, they crazy.
So what about the white liberals? What about if they like you? It's not the same. See, and this is my problem with black people in this political game. Y'all don't actually think this stuff through. Y'all know that during the civil rights, black Americans at that time were conservative. The liberals were the ones that were doing all that God knows evil to us. Y'all know that, right? A lot of y'all black folks, and that's why I hate that y'all vote blindly. Y'all don't know any history when y'all go in there and just think the liberals are better. The liberals are not good people. Just because they're the lesser of two evils does not make them good. I think a lot of black people, and I think y'all need to get out that slave mentality. Stop voting for the lesser of two evils. Don't vote unless they give you benefits. And if you don't get any benefits, don't vote. It's just that simple. Voting, you shouldn't go vote just to be like, oh, well, I want to do what's best for everybody else. Like that, black people are the only people in this world that would vote for something that doesn't help us at all. We're the only group of people that would do that. And that's just a fact.
In my opinion, Tucker Carlson and them, they grifting. Because, I don't know, they trying to get them on their side. And then if they fall for that, they stupid as hell. But, like I said, it's all about the proximity to whiteness. A lot of them gonna be happy that this white man agreeing with them.
Now let me ask you a question. If a white conservative said, hey, black Americans, if y'all vote for me, I'll give y'all reparations. What then? Do we still say no? We don't want any conservatives. Let's get a liberal in there that definitely ain't gonna give us reparations. How would y'all feel then? To all you black people who are so left wing, like y'all need to stay away from these damn liberals. They don't like y'all either. They pretend to like y'all. They only like y'all because y'all vote for them, and they don't even like y'all for real. That's why y'all haven't got. That's why we haven't gotten nothing. Y'all, like, I ask black people this all the time. What did Barack Obama do for black Americans? I'm not talking about nothing he did for other groups. What did he do specifically to help black Americans? And you can't name me anything. You can't name me anything.
Yeah, they're gonna be happy.
If your family's been here 400 years and the descendants of a lot of American slaves or families have been here 400 years, I don't know. I think that gives. I'll listen to you. Like you've
100%.
got.
And that's true. That's why I'm saying, like, the FBA's, it's a lot of truth to it, but
Bro, you're contradicting yourself in this video. You said it's a lot of truth to it, but you're saying it's the same thing as white supremacy. So I'm just lost. How is what FBAs are saying is true, but at the same time you're saying it aligns with white supremacy? Something ain't adding up here. Maybe it's the fact that you might actually realize you're wrong. Like, that might be what it is.
they take it overboard. Yes, like, people that are directly tied to slavery, the ancestors of slavery, should have more of a say-so than a black immigrant. That's true.
You've got a point of view that is legitimate, I think.
Yeah. And they're unequivocally heritage Americans.
That's for sure.
100%.
They're definitely heritage Americans, if anyone is. And, someone rolls in from Ghana and, like, gets an MSNBC slot and starts speaking on behalf of black people. It's like, shut up, honey. You've got nothing to do with this.
Exactly, right. And that's why this FBA movement started, because you got all these immigrants, these black immigrants coming over and saying, oh, black people don't need nothing. If we don't get it, y'all don't get it either. And now they're facing backlash from it. Black people are actually, like, us black Americans are calling them out. And plus, the government's been doing this for years. They keep putting these Africans in here who don't like black Americans, clearly. They're giving them high power, and then they're saying, hey, y'all got a black face. Look, he's black. Support him. And this is how they do that. That's exactly why the FBA movement needed to be a thing. I hate that it wasn't a thing sooner.
That's
Literally.
a fair perspective.
Right. And so it's good to actually see them call them out for that. That's actually cultural appropriation. Appropriating the struggle of slavery.
I totally agree.
And the struggle of slavery was real. I don't think Republicans ever want to really whitewash that. It's real. No. Right? But for
we're
Byron,
against slavery.
We're against it.
Whether it's in the, West Bank or here or anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, against it.
And so for Byron's group, his team, to call me and essentially our entire supporting base racists for saying that you're a slave when quite literally you took $45 million. You won't tell us what you agreed to take that money this early in a primary, which is unprecedented. You know this, how unprecedented that kind of money is in an uncontested primary until now. But secondarily, to actually go out and try to gaslight us and think that you're just one of those guys that has been here, since the early 1800s and your family was in the struggle too. You're not. And that's a very interesting term that the foundational black Americans use. It's called tether. These tethers, like Byron Donalds, they come here literally one generation in, and they try to just sit around and act so folksy that we're all part of the same struggle. No, you just got here, dude.
That's crazy, man. I don't know what to say about people on the right aligning with FBAs. It's very concerning, and we got to watch out for it.
Look, just because they made a video laughing about what an FBA man said does not mean they're on the side of FBA, because I promise you they're not. Like, FBAs don't have any allies. That's what we've been saying for the longest. That's why this is a thing, because we don't have allies. There is no such thing as an ally to the black community. There is no allies. We gotta do shit ourselves. That's what the FBA thing means. It's about us delineating from everybody. Like, nah, if you ain't FBA, you ain't over here. It's just that simple. If you ain't FBA, going somewhere.
To talk about the rise in Black American nationalism and the Black American nationalist to white supremacist pipeline.
Why does everything gotta connect directly to white supremacy? I don't think y'all understand what white supremacy truly is. White supremacy is not a black man saying he's not African. That has nothing to do with white supremacy. Like it's getting baffling because it's genuinely like y'all don't understand what this is, and y'all are trying to make it seem like it's something that it's not. We don't support the conservatives. We don't support the liberals. Hell, we just support our people. Like, I don't get why that's so hard to believe. Why do y'all think that's white supremacy? Being pro-black, I didn't know being pro-black is white supremacy. Like, at this point, everything is white supremacy. If a black man says, I got a black woman, he just call him white supremacist. Call him a white supremacist at this point. Like, it's really stupid.
White supremacist. Yeah. So, firstly, we've seen the Jay Versace tweet that's been resurfacing, and in response, I've seen, like, quite a few black Americans make videos about that and say that you can always tell an African apart from an African American, y'all are not like us, etc., etc.
I mean, they're right. Africans are not like us. They might look like us, but they don't act like us. We are a unique group of people. We're the most unique group of people on this planet. That's why everybody has a super duper infatuation with us. And I guarantee this lady right here that's making this video, either she's a feminist or she's not an FBA. I'm gonna bet money on it.
And before I even get too deep into that, I really want to ask you guys, what is the purpose of making that distinction? Why are you guys fighting so hard?
Proximity to whiteness.
So when Africans get like when they get high positions, and they tell black Americans, hey, y'all got no reason to complain. When they get kisses and hugs from the white man, they get handshakes from the white man, that's not white supremacy. But as soon as black Americans call these tethers out, we're the white supremacists. Like, this is why I say black people are this is why we're at the bottom. This is why we're at the bottom.
Like I said, black Americans, we have a tiny bit European DNA. So
black Americans, stop taking DNA tests. They're not accurate. They're not. If you don't believe me, go to 5 different companies. Take a DNA test from 5 different companies. I guarantee you're probably going to get 5 completely different answers. And they're all probably going to be extremely wrong. And what I suggest y'all do instead of DNA testing, just do a genealogy. Like, learn your genealogy. Trace your ancestors. Go figure out who your ancestors actually are. Not where they quote-unquote come from. Because, I mean, hell, those things are less than 1% accurate. And an owner of one of those companies actually admitted that. He said they're less than 1% accurate. They're not accurate at all. Anybody who believes those are pretty much foolish.
They flex that shit. The proximity to whiteness. Whether, you know what I'm saying, they are the dominant culture in society. So people want to align to them. A lot of these black people, they think they pro-black. I love my black skin. No.
To make this distinction in 2025. Don't tell me that it's reparations, because that's a really stupid answer.
See what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? You see how she mentioned reparations and it's a stupid answer? I'm telling you, she's not a black American. That's why she said that. That's exactly why she said that. She is not a black American. Y'all are nonsensical. Like, any of you idiots out there who agree with this type of messages, y'all are just as stupid as y'all look. I got no nicer way of saying it. You're just stupid. Like, you're just stupid.
And just to speak to that point, Africans are very diverse looking people.
Literally.
Yes, there are people you can look at them and tell they're African. Just like you can look at some people and tell, oh, okay, that's a black American person. But if you go and get Africans who were born and raised in America or who moved to America at a very young age, you probably would not be able to tell. Most of you cannot, because people can't tell with me.
What I tell y'all, you see that? You see what she said? She said, most people cannot tell with me. That's basically, she's admitting that she was an immigrant. I told you. That's why it's people like her. They're the reason why the FBA exists. Because you got black people who hate, you got these Africans who come over here and they hate black Americans. They don't think we deserve anything. They think we're undeserving of everything. They think we're at the bottom. These are the people who think like white supremacists, not the FBA people. People like her.
It's literally not until you say something or until somebody sees your last name that they're like, oh. And that honestly kind of brings me to my second point of this whole thing of Africans are cosplaying black Americans.
I mean, you just said black Americans couldn't tell you apart. Like, they thought you were black American because you're cosplaying as one of us. You're pretending to be like one of us. Like, this is what people don't want to acknowledge. When Africans come to America, they usually don't come with their African cultures. They usually change their cultures to fit black Americans. And that's a fact. Like, I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, no. Like, the only ones that really keep their culture are the ones who come as immigrants. They might. But when they start having children that are born in America, them folks is black. They act like black Americans. They don't act like they're, like, if you're Nigerian and you come to America as an immigrant, you might keep your Nigerian customs, but when your kids is born, they not keeping them customs. They going to black American customs because they want to be like us. So yes, y'all do cosplay us. You even admitted that nobody could tell you a difference from black American. You know why? Because you dress and act like black American, a black American. You're not acting like an African or dressing like an African, because if you were, they would already knew off the rip. Because y'all's clothing is different. The way that y'all speak to each other is different. Like, the languages y'all got, everything's different. Y'all are not like us. Kendrick made a song. They not like us. That's a real thing. Y'all are not like us. Y'all want to be us. And y'all are jealous of us. And y'all want to get close to white supremacy.
Because if let's say you move to an Asian country, you go to China. If you're living in that environment, you're going to adapt to the culture. You're going to live in that culture. You're going to be that culture. You're going to eat the same foods as them. You're going to dress the way they do. You're going to talk their language. That's not cosplaying. That's just assimilating. That's where you're living at.
The real question is, why do y'all come over here? Y'all have countries in Africa. Y'all are complaining about black Americans. Why are y'all coming to America? Y'all come to act and pretend to be like us. That's where we have the issues. Y'all want to cosplay as us, but y'all don't like us. I don't get why this is so hard to believe. Like, why are we the white supremacists for calling y'all out for pretending to be like us? Like, and I get it with cultural assimilation. I get that. I'm not knocking them on that. I'm just saying everything she said was contradicted. Everything. I mean, everything. She literally said the FBA movement. She complained about the FBA movement. Everything she complained about was the whole purpose of the FBA movement. And she's still so blind she can't see it. I mean, if you people are just blind and dumb, it's not our fault. Like, it's FBA up. Hey, FBA. FBA first. FBA's first. FBA's before anybody.
Like I said, bro, it's so ignorant. A lot of these dudes, like, they don't understand that they're literally just becoming what they hate. You know what I'm saying?
Antonio, that's really you. Like, I'm gonna be honest. You're becoming what you hate. You don't like white people, but yet you do the exact same stuff that they do. Like, especially when it comes to hating on black men, because you don't like black men. You talk about you got this black queen and all of this and all of that, and I get that. I'm not knocking you for having a black woman. I got a black woman too. But when you're over here talking about these black women or queens, are you married to yours? Because I don't want to hear none of this queen talk. I'm sick of hearing these Negroes get on the internet. You Negroes get on the internet talking about black women or queens, black women this, black women that. Yet none of y'all got rings. None of y'all are married to any of these black women. So don't come over here with that. That's all I'm saying. Y'all come with that type of energy, y'all can miss me with that. Because everything y'all say, y'all do the exact opposite. Like, hell, I even remember you made a video talking about quarter zips. The quarter zip movement was a great movement. YNs were ditching all that old stuff, and they were putting on quarter zips. That was one of the best things in the black community. And you over here saying, oh, these black folks are trying to be like white people. So let me get this straight. Let me guess, you want a bunch of YNs running around with ski masks everywhere? Because I don't. If I see a YN with a ski mask walking towards me, I'm walking that other direction. Like, I'm just going to be real about it. Like, y'all might like that. I'd rather a YN with a quarter zip come up on me than a YN with a ski mask. Because when it's ski mask time, it ain't no good. That's all I'm saying. And I'm calling you boys out because y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about. Stop talking about stuff you don't know what you talking about.
I don't really think you guys understand how silly you sound when you say this at times, but I think it really does speak to sometimes how Black Americans, when it comes to this particular subject, some of y'all can be a little bit narrow-minded in your thinking, because what do you mean we're cosplaying? If you're born and raised in a country, you're gonna have the mannerisms of people in that country.
We're not against the mannerisms. We're against the anti-reparations. We're against the anti-Black Americans can't do this. Black Americans can't do that. Black Americans should belong at the bottom. They got no reason to complain about the white man. The white man treats us good. Y'all are just complaining for no reason. That's why we come after y'all. Y'all are idiots. Like, y'all literally are. And if y'all got such a problem with us, go back to your country. That's just how I feel about it. Go back to your country. You're from your family's African. Go back to Africa. Go back over there. You ain't got to deal with us no more. You ain't got to make internet videos complaining about us being white supremacists. We're such white supremacists. Take your ass back to Africa. Yeah, bye. Take your ass over there. If we are the white supremacists, take your ass to Africa.
Especially if you're raised in a country like America, where things are typically just straight segregated by race. Like, let's be real. So it's like, you're gonna have and adopt the mannerisms of the people, you know, in your community, which for a lot of people,
growing up in the hood, but we all got that one white person that's cool as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? They white, but shit, they damn near black. They talk like us, mannerisms, and that's just because of the environment they grew up in. Like I say, bro, you're just a product of your environment. Like, that shit is so stupid.
Who are African but born in America, that's going to be Black American people. Like, hello. And thirdly, which I think is honestly probably the most egregious, is I saw a Black American woman on here who was trying to say that what? She said that Africans, Latinos, and immigrants are the new colonizers.
I say it like this. Look, I disagree with that statement. I wouldn't call y'all colonizers, but I will say y'all are definitely tethers. Like, those groups can be some tethers. And when we use that term tether, we really mean y'all only come to the Black community when y'all need us. But however, when y'all don't need us, y'all just say a bunch of hateful things towards us. Like, let's be real. I've seen videos of Africans talk crazy about Black Americans. I've seen videos of Jamaicans talk crazy about Haitians, Hispanics. I've seen it from every race. Asians, whites. I mean, everybody wants to bash Black people until it's time that they need Black people. Like, for instance, with the ICE only became a thing really because we didn't fight the government. If Black Americans would have fought the government, ICE wouldn't be a thing. Honestly, National Guard probably would have been in every city though. Like, let's be real. If we started protesting at them protests, oh man, it wouldn't have been pretty, especially with the Hispanics. Like, Black and Hispanic, Black and Brown unity. The Black and Brown coalition is the real coalition. I'm just gonna be honest. That's as far as it's gonna go. Black and Brown people. Everybody else, nah. But that's neither here nor there.
That's quite literally the term that she used. She says that Black American people and she included white Americans. She said Black American people and white American people who've been here for hundreds of years, whose families have been here, who came over from Germany and Ireland, who built this country. They built this country, and now people are trying to come over here and force their customs on them, etc., etc.
I mean, if that lady was saying Black and white people need to come together, I think she was very unaware. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Very unaware, and I think that might be where you're seeing this white supremacy stuff, because most FBA people do not say stuff like that. And was this lady an actual FBA, or was she just saying she doesn't like those groups of people? Like, I think y'all get it twisted. FBAs are not really, we don't hate any other groups. We just don't want y'all talking crazy about us. Like, when y'all talk crazy about us, yeah, we're gonna come for your necks. That's what we're supposed to do.
And I saw her in the comments literally liking comments saying white and Black Americans need to stick together.
Proximity to whiteness.
Like I said, that stuff that lady did has nothing to do with the FBA movement. I think that's just a woman who just doesn't like immigrants. Like, she might be a fan of ICE. I say it like that. She might genuinely like ICE. So, but I mean, I'm just trying to figure out What does it have to do anything with FBA? The situation you had with that woman has nothing to do with the FBA. She just so happened to be a black American woman that said this stuff. I guarantee you she didn't even say, I'm a foundational black American and I believe we should stand with the white folks. Now she said that, you got me. But yeah, I ain't, the FBAs I know, we ain't in no white solidarity. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought this shit was, man. Get the fuck out of here
Niggas will
with that.
never defeat those allegations, bro.
Like, do you see where it's not okay? Like, first of all, do you know what a colonizer really is? Like, let's not use that term lightly.
Literally.
Like, if you are claiming that your family has been here for all these hundreds of years and all this other stuff, girl, you should know the real history of colonization in this country, and you should know the real atrocity that it was, and not try to compare people who are literally coming over here peacefully to try to seek a better life for themselves, the new colonizers. That's very audacious and nasty.
I know this.
See, and this is why I say privilege and entitlement. You still didn't understand how entitled you were. You just said these people are coming to America to find a better life. Y'all wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for FBA. Like, are you people just this stupid? Like, literally, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Huey P. Newton, I mean, hell, I ain't even about to go into names, like, cause I mean, I'm be naming all day. But basically, essentially, what I'm saying is, if our ancestors didn't fight for that right, y'all wouldn't be over here. So when y'all come over here, how about be a little bit more respectful to the black community? Maybe. I mean, it's just not that hard. Just show some respect, show some appreciation, cause y'all wouldn't be able to do this without us, and that's a fact. Y'all would not be in America without us. So stop with that negative shit y'all gotta say. Keep that shit over there. If y'all got something negative to say about us black Americans, take your ass back home. Take your ass back where you came from. We don't give a damn.
I wasn't really talking about FBAs, but more specifically a lot of the black people that think they the real Native Americans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro, first things first, with that last point you made, bro, I know you think you know what you're talking about. You don't, bro. Like, if you actually check your history and actually trace your family line back, how much you want to bet your family line goes back to a Native American tribe? Or Indian. Well, it's not even Native American, it's Indian. I think a lot of black people get these two terms confused. Native American and Indian is not the same. Indian means you're indigenous to America. Native just means you live here. Anybody can be a Native American. If you're born in America, you are a Native American. The Native Americans and the group that y'all are talking about, most of those people were not here. They were not here before black people. Black people are these civilizers around the world. We've been everywhere. Everywhere you go, black people have been there. Everywhere where there's civilizations, I should say. Because, like, we were the first people on the planet. We done civilized everywhere we can civilize. That's a fact. Like, I mean, if you're trying to argue if black people are indigenous, like, I think that's a stupid argument. Like, if you just look up aboriginals and indigenous people from pretty much every other country. Almost every other country, they're going to be black people. All of them. It's just weird that when you come to America, it's the only place that it's not. But what they really do, they don't want to tell you the people that they got as Native Americans today, a lot of them, some of them are mixed with indigenous people. Like, some of them are mixed with black. But there were also Mongolian people that came over here. And they mixed with Indians. That's why some of those Indians, they look kind of Asian. But they also have dark skin. Because they're black people that mix with Asians. Now, not all of them are indigenous. I want y'all to know that. Like, I'm just making that clear. But yeah, Antonio, you need to do more research before you talk about this stuff, bro. Because I promise you, most black Americans are indigenous. That's why the FBA movement really became a thing, and they don't want you to know that. Even Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Umar Johnson, they have admitted that black people were in America before Columbus. They admitted that. So you don't even got to argue with me. Argue with them.
Man, I ain't even finna get into that shit. Anyway, man, I hope y'all enjoy. If y'all want to see